It's just a small place, small patch of woods in the middle of my neighborhood, in the middle of a valley. But what I built there and the story is what makes this place cool. It's what makes it
In May of
story worthy.
2007, my family and I moved into this nice neighborhood. In the 2 years before I discovered the Circle Woods, or me, my sister, and my babysitter did, I basically didn't explore a lot. So it was summer of 2009, which would make me 6 years old, or almost 6 years old. My babysitter, her name was Courtney, and my sister's name is Melanie, and we decided to go outside. We went across my street and up a hill, and we all saw the circular shaped woods there, and we decided to go in it. Once we went in it, there was a there was a Y-shaped tree trunk, about 12 feet tall, and there were all sorts of dead trees there, and man, it was so weedy in there. Like, it was thick with, what do you call them? Thorn bushes, I'm just gonna call that. So, this would be in the months and years to come, this would be our hangout spot. Like, we will climb up on stuff and have conversations, tell stories, and probably make fires, but we never made a fire there. About 5 years later, in the beginning of my fifth grade year, I decided to take Hatchet there and start clearing things out because I had nothing else to do, and the woods behind my house was starting to get boring, so I decided to build a fort there. This would be like our base, like where all my friends can meet up and stuff and hang out. So I brought the hatchet and started clearing away at the branches. Branches, leaves, twigs, weeds. I cleared them all out. This took me to winter, and everything looked cleared out because of the cold weather and everything died off. So I decided I was gonna make a wall because a fort's gotta have a wall, right? And I started on just a random side and started throwing twigs on it, like laying sticks up on branches and laying sticks on that branch just to make my wall. My goal was to make the wall animal proof, so like raccoons and coyotes don't get in, because you don't want animals getting in your fort, right? So about 3 months of that, I started to raise some attention. Logan Wunderlich, Hannah Kirkpatrick, Caroline Stone, and my dad all started to help me build and shape up the Circle Woods. About around March 2015, I've completed this wall. It was made up of pieces of fence, mostly tree branches, and part of it was made up of thorn bushes. I call it sticker wire because you put barbed wire on fences, and thorn bushes act like some sort of a barbed wire on my fence. So then I start using my leftover twigs and branches to start building a shack and a double lean-to. A double lean-to is where you place two sticks, place two sticks spread out, leaning against a tree, and you make a roof, and you lay sticks on those two branches and make a roof, and then put branches on the side, and you have a double lean-to. So eventually I made the double lean-to, and then I ran out of supplies. So in May of 2015, my dad asked if he can borrow one of our neighbor's trailers, and so we can stack branches and logs on top in this trailer and bring it over to the Circle Woods so I have more things to build with. So I completed the double lean-to, like basically reinforced it. Like I insulated it. I wrapped coil wire around it, and it was indestructible. I also put some stuff inside of it, like a little bunker thing. I dug a hole and then put a lid over it. That's how important. Then I started to make the shack. I found a tree that was half alive and half dead, and it was making a perfect place to make a roof. So I laid a bunch of sticks and logs on top of it, but it wasn't a perfect roof. Like, there were a bunch of cracks in it and stuff. So my dad's an iron worker, and he can bring some stuff home so I can build with this stuff. And so one day he brought 2 tin sheets, like they were just the right size to cover the roof on the shack, and that's when I started getting help from other people, like Justin Kirkpatrick, Robert Munther. He seems to like that place. Well, when we were building it. Well, they all helped me lay out the roofing and the walls. I reinforced the walls by nailing them to the tree, and basically I put a tarp as a floor in the shelter, and I put some shelves up, and I made a furnace out of bricks, which was pretty awesome. I also nailed some nails into the tree inside to make my tool shack. So I had this place in the woods. Well, not place in the woods. I had this circular shaped woods that I call the circle woods. Already, or was it already? There was poison ivy all over this place, and basically I spent the entire summer removing all this poison ivy. Like, I loved working on that place, and so did my friends. This really brings back memories to me. So, after our entire summer pulling out poison ivy, I also made an outhouse there. Like, it was nothing too fancy. There was just a fallen over tree with a little ditch underneath it, and I put sticks and logs over it. So, on September 11th, yes, 9/11, on September 11th, I took a good look at the place, and I called it done. After 2 years of building and perfecting this woods, I have made a fireplace, a shack with a whole bunch of stuff in it, a double lean-to, an outhouse, a poison ivy free woods, a fence, or I'd say a wall, and a place where me and all my friends can hang out and have a good time. There's also some trees that I can climb, which I fell out of one. And after I was done, there was nothing to do, so I just moved on and discovered something else quite amazing. And I never really revisited the place for about a year and a half because I was so busy exploring this woods I call Venice. But after I've explored all of Venice, I decided to revisit the Circle Woods, and it was all broken down, but I knew the Circle Woods was a thing of the past now, and it was time to move on. Then I didn't fix it up because I was busy doing something else. I was busy exploring all the woods behind my house, all 6 square miles of it, that woods is quite amazing. Then actually just recently, I put that place to some good use. I now have more friends that live around here. The Ruff family moved in, and Hayden comes over quite a lot. You know, Hayden Umstead, she's one of my neighbor's friends, and all the neighborhood kids, just including me, just go to the Circle Woods and just hang out. We also have airsoft wars there, and that's like our base to hold hostages and stuff and supplies. And today I decided to tell a story about it and post it on YouTube. Sorry if my storytelling skills suck. I'm new to YouTube and I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to record or how to hold the camera or anything. But just to show some support and subscribe. Sorry, I suck. I suck at this. If you think that I'll get 100 subscribers by the end of the month, then subscribe to me. Join the crew. And peace out.